Now, I don't like doing these YouTube beef videos. I kind of went away from them, but there is no way I can miss out on any opportunity of a culture vulture getting dragged. And you know what? I always like to culture vulture the culture vultures. So let's use this as an opportunity for me to go back to that culture vulture voice.
Now, once the Dirt had just recently put out like a 2-hour video breakdown of the song Family Matters, I didn't get a chance to check it out. Maybe I will at some point in the future. That's too long for just Family Matters.
His latest and very controversial video was his take on Drake's song Family Matters. It was a very long, dragged out, lengthy video, which already seemed a bit odd before clicking for the simple fact that what Drake song could possibly need a 2-hour breakdown?
But whatever the case, he doubled down on some odd Twitter comments he made a few weeks back about Kendrick being a liar.
He got caught by the internet trying to say that Kendrick was lying about Whitney from his cave in Canada, but actually got the album wrong and the year of the interview wrong.
But in Family Matters breakdown, there was a lot of racist nuances. Yeah, I'm gonna use that word a couple times in this video, but a lot of racist gems. Like one thing he pointed out that was, I'm just gonna say it was weird, man. Goofy too, but it was weird, is that he says Drake's black side of his family uses the white side of his family.
And look, I know this is all about culture and not really about race, but no matter how you spin it, a lot of the themes that Kendrick uses in his own music, Drake's family also went through, and that is his heritage. I went through his dad's entire genealogy. His family's from the deep south, right? They were indeed enslaved. They really had it bad. And you can't remove that blood from Drake.
Yeah, that was mad weak. Not only that, Drake has definitely became damn near billionaire off of his black side. I mean, he probably would have been successful in whatever he wanted to be because the guy is Jewish. But in what he wanted to be, which is a nigga from Atlanta, he needed his dad. But anyways, man, but one of the main comments he got pointed out for, which I think he's just gonna be known for this the rest of his time on YouTube, is that he said Drake used the N-word in Family Matters 37 times.
And what's also really clever here is that Drake is 37 years old, and he says the N-word 37 times on this track. And I believe his reasons for doing this is he's basically saying the word for every year that he's been alive to symbolize that he was indeed born black.
What did you say, nigga?
And offers a theory that Drake says nigga 37 times in Family Matters because he's 37 years old as a means to prove he's been black his entire life.
Now, I wouldn't be Moxy if I ain't call this shit out. I know everybody's talking about how, oh, this man is horrible. He counted all the times he used nigga. No, he didn't count. He went to Genius Lyrics. He did find and looked at how many times.
So when I noticed he used it that many times, I'm like, holy shit, he's really turning up on this song with his use of the N-word. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I did a quick Control F, and it came up 37 times. So that's pretty interesting.
Before I go too far in this video, please do me one small favor and apply pressure to that subscribe button. Yes, apply pressure to that subscribe button.
Well, anyways, that's off the point. The community caught on to this, and man, it was several drag videos out there.
I feel that What's the Dirt stayed in a safe zone gray area, and people loved his take and content because it was usually what everyone else was already feeling, or when he would put his own opinions and theories out there, it wasn't too far-fetched than what people were already discussing online.
People just dragging them. Y'all can go search and find them. I seen a few of them, but there was one in particular that Dirt really took offense to his criticism and showed, look, I understand YouTube. It can be very hard. I've gotten a lot of very offensive comments, but that's part of what this is, man. You got to be able to take criticism. He can't take criticism. So he made one particular video that he put up on Twitter where he was going at the company.
You guys see what he's trying to do here, right? He's trying to frame it like my content is fucking corrupting the youth or some shit. It's a slime ball snake move is what it is. It's snaky as fuck, slimy as fuck, completely wrong, but that's what he's trying to do.
And once again, the way he came at the company, man, was just, it was racially weak.
At the end of the day, I'm not perfect, but I'm telling you guys right now, My response to him was disgusting. It was. I can't.
It was racially weird. He called him Carlton Bank.
And when I'm getting to the Carlton thing, when I called him that, really what I meant by it.
He also said that he looks like he doesn't use the N-word.
My family growing up didn't use the N-word. I made a whole video on my channel. I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell.
And I don't understand in what way of thinking in his mind that could be something bad. Look, I done told way too many wiggers. I done told some Mexicans too, man. Don't be using that N-word around me. I don't care if you got some black buddy that told you can use that word. And I always try to explain to them, like, look, there's black people that don't want other black people calling them the N-word, right? And he ran into one of them really on YouTube.
I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell.
I don't really know. Once the Dirt came off a little bit more genuine than he's been showing himself the last 2 months, I don't know what really got into him. Like, look, I've been watching this whole YouTube thing for years myself, and I do know that negativity will get you publicity. I don't know if he trying to do the academics thing, but for certain people such as yourself, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit him. That whole negative and trying to pop back and all that, it just don't fit you, Dirt.
Right, so enough of this bullshit. I'm gonna start clapping back at some of these people from YouTube online who are coming with baseless, stupid takes like this guy. But I'm not putting it up on YouTube because I'd only be doing them a favor. Like, a lot of these guys don't have a lot of motion. I gotta do this. I gotta start clapping back at people. Like, I was taking his critiques very personally. And getting back to me respecting him, I think that's why I took it even harder. I think that's why I even took it harder, because I looked up to him. So when he was saying these things about my content, I think it just hurt that much more, coupled with all the other stuff that was going on.
But the company man did come back on his own, and I must say he came back in good comedic fashion.
Now, I called out Dirt in a video I made called What's the Dirt's Awful Drake Theory. It's based on a particular point in his Family Matters snooze fest, where he belches out bullshit expertise on Pyru politics and speculates on Whitney having postpartum depression.
One of the main things I like that he broke down is that What's the Dirt is just really like Trap Lord Ross, where the majority of videos, if not all of them, it's not about anybody from their community. It's about our community.
What's the Dirt's moniker makes sense too, because he specializes in beef. He has 26 videos on his channel, and 21 of them are about black people embroiled in conflict. Take a look at this page. You don't see his face. You don't know what he looks like. Who he is secondary to what he's promoting. Of course, there are almost zero white people, just a sea of black faces feuding.
Right. He didn't say Trap Lord Ross. I'm throwing Trap Lord Ross' name in there. And one of the things that he pointed out, like I said, I think that Dirt is going to be known for Drake saying the N-word 37 times.
Now, I don't know how Curtis King or Moni or Screwface or anybody else feels about him laundering their reputations in a video of him sitting in his cave in Canada counting niggas, but I didn't like that.
That's gonna be his whole get down now. Now, Dirt saw what was going on, and he recently came out with his own apology video where, I mean, he seemed like he didn't like the backlash.
I am ashamed of my response to him, but not just am I ashamed of my response to him.
So he felt the heat of the community, and he apologized and tried to explain himself.
I'm even more ashamed of how I won't say forced him, but he made a response video to me. And for as long as I've been watching this man, he's a kind soul. He's a good guy. Great guy. For as long as I've been watching him, I don't think I've ever seen him in a lick of drama.
I don't know if the company man will forgive him or the community will forgive him, or if it even matters. I say that because one thing that I noticed about this is he made that Twitter video against the company man in the same actions that he made Family Matters.
Whatever stupid ass narrative you have, this is what you get. This is what you get. How the fuck am I presenting things as certain when I preface with the word probably? maybe. You do know what those words mean, right? Probably and maybe.
And what's also really clever here is that Drake is 37 years old, and he says the N-word 37 times on this track, and I believe his reasons for doing this is he's basically saying the word for every year that he's been alive to symbolize that he was indeed born black.
What did you say, nigga?
I reached for the fucking stars with Kendrick Lamar. Came with theories that like he was talking about the Kill Bill movie, when that probably might not be the case. Like the most,
it was like racial nuance there. I don't think that was birthed yesterday, and I don't think it's gonna go away tomorrow. But it's something there. There's definitely something there. But the reason why I really wanted to make this video is this goes off of what I've been saying before, that we know in many different ways, as far as like with the masters and distribution, that we really don't have any control of rap or even hip hop at that. In that we're watching the narratives of hip hop being formed right in front of our eyes by some people who have nothing to do with the heart of it. And that's just is what it is. I don't know if it's that not enough of us is learning DaVinci Resolve. Look, I'm learning DaVinci Resolve now because these guys, they got all the graphics.
Any popularity points for giving Drake any sort of compliments for this record?
They know all the stats and the numbers, but the real heart of the culture, they just don't have it.
But it's only now I'm realizing the knowledge of the music is not enough. The knowledge of the music is only one part of it. And because I had this, and because I watched all the movies and all the pop cultures, all that stuff, because I had this knowledge, I felt like when someone would say, you don't get it, you don't get, that would always offend me.
But that's not gonna stop them from getting it popping on the algorithm. I don't know if it's a lack of us that are doing these type videos. I mean, or I don't know if it's just the algorithm just don't work for us like that. I don't want to say that because there's a few with like 1 million subs off of this. So whatever the case may be, we've lost hold of the narratives online. But there is one thing that we still do have and that we need to gatekeep, and that is the respect. That is the respect. And I think that we still had that and we need to gatekeep it. This was funny watching. I watched a few videos and it's just like, as a whole, was like we're clowning these cats for not really being from the culture. And I like it. I like it. They would do the same thing to us. It'd probably be worse if we was making videos about country music. But these guys really, you know, they know all the numbers, but they don't know the culture like that. So a lot of times when they come up with these breakdowns, that they're just reaching.
And not technically hard for anyone to do, because all the material was already out there to collect and to put together in your own words, in your own theories, with your own opinions. And I think that's exactly what went wrong with What's the Dirt.
You can't learn everything from Google. You can't pick up on nuances on Google. You can't.
It is reaching, like the whole Drake saying, think 37 times because he's 37 years old, and man, whenever the hell, that's just so goofy.
And what's also really clever here is that Drake is 37 years old, and he says the N-word 37 times.
But I think we still need to gatekeep the respect that we have, because these dudes are controlling the narratives, man. They got these two Indian twins, Louisiana or whatever their name is. They going crazy, man. They be getting names wrong and everything. These two Indian dudes, but they got the graphics. They got the graphics. And while I do think we still need to gatekeep the culture, we're losing the hold of the narratives. And whether we like this or not, hip hop, I don't think will ever really truly die, but it's getting gentrified, which in my opinion, I think it's better off dead. But you let me know how you feel in the comment section. Shit, I forgot my water. Moxy out.